Hello and welcome to another live video from me. I'm Lucy Brand. Sorry, I clicked my neck. Founder of the Mystic Ministry and the Central Supper Club and lucy-brand.com. And today's topic of today's video is practical steps that you can take now to support you in manifesting more money. And who wouldn't like more money? So this came about from a client conversation today, talking about practical steps that you can take with your money. So I specialize in love and money because love is all there is. And anything that isn't love, so fear, is actually just an illusion, because all there is love. So with love comes relationships. And so love and relationships is what I specialize in, and then money, because money seems to be the sticking point for all of my clients, all the people that come to me, especially women, because it's only been recently in our country that well, if you think about it, that we could have our own money, we could make our own money, we could do our own things. So I'm going to speak into that a little bit today. And just the practical steps you can take to manifest more money, bring more money in, call in more money into your life. If you would like help in your relationships, everything's a relationship with money, relationship with success, relationship with a partner. If you would like help in going to the next level or resolving any issues that's going on for you that's stopping you from moving forward, then head on over to my website, just that, and check out my sessions that I have going and my programs that I have going to support you in doing just that. Okay, so back to money, back to manifesting money. I love money. It's great. It's a great thing to talk about, because love and money, sex and money, is like the two triggery things that people find really challenging to even talk about or be open about. So the first one is educate yourself. Okay, educate yourself around money. Now, the reason I say this is because we're not taught this stuff in schools. We're not taught about stocks and shares, portfolios. I can feel some of you tensing up already. Interest rates, bank accounts, credit cards, mortgages, all these things, adulting, let's call them adulting things, okay, that we're just not taught in school. And what tends to happen is that we can end up burying our head in the sand because we just don't know how to deal with it, or we can have experienced trauma in this lifetime or previous lifetimes, that when we do go to look at this work or read a book on it, we get overwhelmed and we just put it down and don't work on it. So there's two things going on here. There's the energetics and the emotional, which needs to be dealt with. And one of my favorite tools that I always go on about is EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, tapping. And the other thing is the practical. Okay, that's the two parts of money. And you can't just have one. Like, you can have all the knowledge and the practicals and have everything in place, but if you've got a belief of lack, and you've got a belief of not good enough, and that you can't make enough money, you can't manifest enough money, then it's not going to work. Like, you've dug your trenches, you've set your systems up, but then you don't have the mindset and you don't have the emotional to back it up. So we know that we create our realities through our mind, our mindset, our thoughts, our emotions in our body, and our spoken word. But then, so if you have all those stuff, but your feelings every time you check your bank account, you're like, and you have that shock and that fear and that anxiety, because perhaps that used to happen when you were a student and you were way into your overdraft and you didn't know if you had enough money to make the month. Okay, that little experience will have carried itself with you in your mind and in your body energetically. And then every time you go to check your bank account, it could be like that feeling. Or one of mine was confusion. Like, I didn't understand money because it really confused me from the age of 12. I was just like, I don't get this. Because I equated people, mine was loss. So my belief was that if I received money, someone close to me would die, which was from a really young age. So because that happened a few times. So that was like, for me, every time I received money, I would go into overwhelm, which is great as a business owner. But these are all things that can be shifted and changed. So I want to put it in another way. Okay, so if you were to win the lottery tomorrow, let's say you won 2 million tomorrow, what would you do with it? Okay, and this is your energetic capacity, and this is your practical steps. So there's a reason why, I can't remember the percentage, but it's absolutely bonkers. The amount of people that win the lottery and then lose all that money within less than a year, okay? Because they don't have the practical knowledge that they haven't educated themselves on how to be a master of money, not we be the servant to money. We need to be a good master of our money, a good steward of our money, like take care of our money, make it work for us. And when we do that, then the universe supports that and gives us more, because it realizes we're being responsible and we're taking care of things, we're taking care of business. So this is a really good thing to look at. If you could get on the frequency, yeah, so everything in this universe is vibrational. So money, again, is no different. So it's a vibrational frequency. So you could vibrate, you could get your frequency, you could do the work on the frequency of winning the lottery, on the frequency of $2 million, okay? So you could get yourself on that frequency, you could win the $2 million. But then what would you do with it? Right? What are the practical things that you would do with it? So this, again, is where it comes in for educating yourself. Because if you've already earmarked that stuff, if you've already educated yourself on what you would do if you were to receive $2 million, how would you invest it? Because my other video talk about, don't say the word spend, spent, because it means it's done. And energy moves in cycles, including money, including love. Everything is cyclical. So especially energy. So it's not spent. So what would you invest in? What would you do? Would you give a proportion of it to charity? Would you invest some? Like, what is it you would do with that 2 million? Would you buy some properties, portfolios of properties? I don't know. Would you buy a boat? Like, would you go on a nice holiday? Whatever it is. And just start looking into that. And it's a game. Like, life is a game. It's called the game of life for a reason. So make it fun, make it lighthearted. But as you're looking at these images and thinking about what you would do, where you would invest, how would you invest the money of 2 million, then you're getting yourself onto that frequency of 2 million. Yeah, you're raising your frequency onto the receiving of 2 million. And if you have got the practical things in place, you know what you're going to do with it when that 2 million comes in, and you've got the mindset and you've worked on the energetic, then it has to show up. It has to show up. You will call it into your life because you've shown that you'll know what to do. So when that 2 million shows up, you know exactly what you're going to do. Okay? And it really is that simple. But it does start with taking the first step of starting to educate yourself. And the first step on starting to heal money memories, the money trauma which comes up. Okay, so I hope that helped and got you excited. Like, look into it. What would you do? What would you do if you received 2 million? And that could be from your business, that could be, well, from the lottery, that could be, I don't know, any way it could happen. You just got to get yourself on the frequency. But once you're on that frequency, what would you do with it? Okay, I will speak to you in the next videos, my love. Much love. Bye.